Hi, my name's McKenna Dearborn. I wrote a lot of stuff down for this assignment because I just wanted to get all my ideas and things out there before I recorded myself. So here it goes. When I was younger, I really didn't know a lot about my family background. I think I was a typical suburban middle class. I went to private school, so my parents raised me as Christian. But then in middle school, they converted to Catholicism, and I remember being really confused in around that time I with my maternal grandmother and my aunt, we took a trip back to Minnesota to um, for a family reunion, and this was back in 2007. And I was able to see the original farmhouse that my ancestor built from hand when they moved here from Czechoslovakia. But I don't know much else about um, where they were in Czech because I know some other family members tried to go back there and find more information, but because of World War II, a lot of things were destroyed in the war. In eighth grade, I did an assignment on my paternal great grandfather who served during World War II, and his family was from Minsk on the border of Russia. He, I remember my grandmother telling me that she had a hard time communicating with her grandparents because they had really strong accents and spoke Yiddish. So I thought that was really interesting. She also talked to me about her Swedish side of the family, which I think I connect with most because I have been out there to see distant family and I've tried to adapt a lot of the cultural aspects from Sweden. I've participated in Midsummer down at Balboa Park because that's like a big celebration to celebrate the longest day of the year in Sweden. So that's always a fun event to go to. And then we tried one year to do a Christmas Eve smorgasbord, which is basically like a buffet with traditional Swedish dishes like Swedish meatballs, lingonberry jam, um, ham, very traditional Swedish stuff. But I guess I would consider it close to like an American buffet. Um, when I was around 20, I did got the 23andMe and did the ancestry composition. So that was something I was really interested in. I'm just really I have a really big background of mixed things. My largest percentage is Scandinavian, and that's like 22%. So I've really tried to delve in and dive in and really understand my background and try and learn more things culturally about the different places my ancestors are from. Recently, I've been more and more going into deaf events. I don't want to go as far to say that I'm involved in deaf culture, but I'd say I have a really big appreciation for it, and it's something that I value. I have a lot of deaf friends because of the career I chose of teaching ASL, and especially to hearing students, I there's a lot of misconceptions and a lot of uneducated responses and opinions. So I feel like it's important to educate them. And when I'm out with my deaf friends, I never feel like I should have to advocate for them or help them. But if they ask me, of course I will. I think it's a touchy subject because I know that for deaf people, they really value their community. And as a hearing person, I feel like it's not something you can just jump into. You have to kind of earn that right to feel connected into the community. And um, I think it's important. So I guess that's it. But the best thing I can do to describe my cultural background as a whole is that very diverse, very mixed. So I think that's primarily every American. Everyone comes from different places, different backgrounds. Thanks for listening.